Every song is a little different. So whatever I get is to me like my first draft. Typically, I'll get the hook first, and then kind of write around it. Like, all right, I understand what this is saying. And then for me, it's like, what is the scripture saying with it? So I rarely write any music that is not scripturally based, which can be a challenge. So sometimes I'm reading scripture, and from that scripture, I can create from that. So the scripture would be the catalyst for the actual song, all the other parts of the song. So the verses, it could be actual scripture, maybe in a different translation, the King James Version, but it is scripture that kind of leads. On my last project, I was diving into some other areas, so it was still, I had to have a conversation with God about it. I was writing about a subject matter that right now I'm not experiencing. So my aunt and uncle this Saturday are renewing their wedding vows. I've been married for 40 years. I don't have that story. My marriage didn't last 4. So I don't know anything about that. And then, I was struggling because I was writing this song. It's called This Vows. It's talking about these wedding vows and how the feeling behind the wedding vows. So the vow that I'm making to you is more than just these words, but it's an actual promise. We make vows all the time that we don't keep. But when it comes to this person that's standing before me, I want to make a vow that they know without a shadow of doubt that I'm going to do what I say. A lot of marriages, that's just not the case anymore. So I had to pray. I was praying to God. I'm like, why am I struggling with writing? I'm really, really struggling. I'm like, is it the simple fact that I am not in a relationship right now that I'm struggling writing? And I'm like, I don't want to dwell on relationships of past because I don't want my flesh to get out of control. So the Lord gave me something to work with. That's how great He is. Like, I'm driving to Rustburg to get groceries, and on the drive back, He gives me the answer. And I wrote, Dear Future Love. Dear Future Love was a love letter to my future love.